Set is getting an unlimited printing, and, well, the alarms are sounding for the community. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more Oscon. About 1:32 a.m. last night, yeah, actually a couple hours ago, info came out. GTS, which is a distributor website, actually had unlimited prints of Power of the Elements up on the website as a pre-order option, with orders needing to be turned in by, I crap you not, 2 days from now. Now, for those of you that are like, well, Robbie, why does this matter so much? Well, there hasn't been an unlimited printing of a booster set on a core set in a very long time. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the tin sets were designed to be these reprint sets, and when you're looking at something like this, a long time ago, Konami said that unlimited prints of sets would not have starlights in it. Now, that was years ago, alright? We have not gotten confirmation on if this will even have starlights in it. That's kind of why I'm a little bit up in arms about this. Is this creeped out of nowhere. Alright, I think Toon Chaos was the last set that I saw that had an unlimited printing. Of course, a certain structure decal too will creep through the woodwork here, but you don't really hear about this. And here's another weird, interesting fun fact for you about some of these unlimited sets that hit the market. Sometimes the unlimited cards will actually be worth more than some of the first edge, and you're like, wait a minute, there's no way that's possible. Sometimes the unlimited prints creep through the woodwork, and so many people are like, well, this had an unlimited printing. So here's the thing. You remember a while back we had a discussion about the fact that supposedly tins were done, and then we kind of turn heads here. November is getting ready to end here, and then we see that the announcement for the unlimited print for Power of the Elements gets announced, which makes me wonder at this point if tins are truly done. There's no real point to make a tin set for particulars if they're just gonna wash their hands with it and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to reprint the cards, we could just reprint them in the same rarity, and that's that. So I can't help but be a little bit genuinely intrigued by the thought process here that is coming out of this, or the fact that maybe looking at this set, they think that Power of the Elements was just such a good seller, which I'm not going to lie to you. Power of the Elements was by far one of the best selling sets of the year. Like, if I'm surprised they didn't do Rise of the Duelist as an unlimited printing, because that set was insane in terms of its power. But I believe probably because of COVID and the world situation, the printers being short on card stock at that point in time, you didn't really get the chance to see those unlimited prints hit the market. So because of card stock shortage and things like that, I don't think that's why we saw unlimited prints. And now that we have basically things returning back to normal. If I can tell you that the price of top loaders has returned back to a stable price point, and I can buy cases for what I could buy them for in 2019 before the 2020 surgence, things are getting better. So that's one big thing here. And once card stock shortage gets fixed and things like that, we can get more things like this. Now, one thing that a few people were concerned about was there was a mention of them doing a Wizards of the Coast here, where they reprint the product into Oblivion. I don't think that's going to be the case with this set. I do think that there isn't going to be much of a need for concern. Putting some extra booster boxes on the shelves for stores, I think, would be a very good thing. They need access to product, and honestly, an unlimited print like this to stock some store shelves so that players can get product. I can't tell you how many locals that I've seen that just will blow through all their Yu-Gi-Oh product very early on because they can't keep it in stock, and then once the set fills, they're like, okay, well, you can't get anything till the next release. So that's one major thing that you got to keep in mind here, is an unlimited print for this to stock store shelves actually is not a bad idea. Alright, now on the topic of the Starlights. Now, I mentioned previously in this video that Konami said that they would not do Starlight rares in the unlimited prints. One thing is, if we do end up seeing Starlights out of this set, I think a few people are going to be upset, though it would be very interesting, and this was another thought that was brought to me. Imagine that they do totally different Starlights in the Unlimited print. Do you know how crazy that would be? I don't think that Konami's going to do that, but that would be so crazy. Like, imagine that you do the first wave that you do, with all of these basic first run Starlights, and then you turn around and you're like, whoa, like, we just changed up the Starlights, we put some new ones in. Yeah, they're going to be unlimited, sure, but like, that would make people want to go after the second prints of this set. That would change the field so much. So many people would lose their mind, and the market would not know how to handle that at this point. I think that's a big game changer to really consider, is they can mold that secondary product to test different waters here and be like, hey, like, we can test and see unlimited Starlights having different things. That way it maintains the integrity of the first ed product that you really don't want to see be lost. All right, when your community sees this loss of value in something, it's really going to upset them a lot, for sure. So from where I'm sitting here right now, I think an unlimited print run for this set is welcome. Once again, I think that stores having the opportunity to stock their shelves with some other product, and I mean, the other thing was, hero sets sell. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, they knew what they were doing when they put the hero cards in this set. All right, the fact, especially around the holiday season, I'm not exactly sure when this will stock. I know that orders are wrapping up for this. It'll probably be an early January release, around February, I would take it. So there's just that. Also, I mean, once again, power of the elements between tier. The other elephant in the room. So if Konami's reprinting, this set, and tier was one of the most chaotic decks in the format, massively unfun. People didn't enjoy that. What does this say about the ban list going forward here? I do think that the reprint on this set does have some applications on a future ban list. No, that doesn't mean that they can't go after some of the lower end pieces in the deck, looking at Havnus, Merly, and the rest of them. But I think that this does confirm the fact that Paralinio and the rest of the friends are going to stick around. And as much as I know you're going to go, technically, if they check the Ishizu package and roll that package back, and we go after those particular hits, I would be very happy with that at the end of the day. If those are the choices that Konami makes, to go after. I mean, obviously, rolling tier back to that point, yeah, tier was a powerful deck, but those particular checks and things like that would be very good at the end of the day. Who's to say that, Konami is not smart enough to do that? But I think that also, secures the fact that Paralinio and Sprite Blue, being the money cards out of this set, will pretty much maintain themselves. Man, the ban list applications for this are just insane. Like, imagine they just release the unlimited product for this and then just go tee-hee and then dump it on the community. And then they're like, all right, guys, here's your ban list. And then, they murder the value straight out of this after Konami released the product to the world. That would be a crazy, crazy thing to see. I highly doubt that they're going to stake their reputation on that, per se, for this unlimited print. But that's a wild thought to me at the end of the day. The ban list applications are that. So, will you be able to get unlimited prints of this? Yeah, I think you will. I think you'll see a decent volume of this. I'm definitely looking forward to getting a box or two for myself just to have for collection purposes, because, like I said, unlimited prints of sets can sometimes end up being worth more than the first eds. Not all the time, all right? Not all the time. Especially when you look at like Troll and Toad buy list stuff and you're like, why do they want 50 copies of the unlimited, only one of the first ed? And you're like, oh, well, it's because, that set got the reprint somewhere else along the way, and you're just like, oh, yeah, like, it's just how it works. So I guess the next big question from here is, will other sets get unlimited printings? What's the status of 10s going forward next year? How is Konami product going to set up and handle, this? Because those are some very big questions sitting in the back of the room, because, we don't even have an announcement for what would be the March reprint set at this point. And I'm very, very curious to know, what Konami is going to do at the end of the day for that as well. So what do you guys think? Please comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and honestly, I'm excited for this. Peace out, guys. Patron. friends. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.